Hey people, it's Larry, and welcome to part 2 of my recreating Five Nights at Freddy's into Pokopia series. Yay! This video will cover the rest of FNAF 1, so if you haven't seen the first part where I built the front entrance in the dining room, make sure you watch that before this and come back so you can see the full process. Also, because I worked hard on it and would appreciate any extra views, please and thanks. Just as a quick recap, this is the progress we made on the pizzeria so far. Not bad, right? It obviously isn't the exact same as the original FNAF since Pokopia doesn't have all the same items available, but I think it's turning out pretty good so far. Today, I'll be finishing up the kitchen, bathroom, hallways, supply closet, security office, and some other extra stuff, so make sure to watch to the end to see the completed pizzeria in all its glory. Also, for those of you who have a copy of Pokopia, my island will be open for the weekend and I'll put the code to visit at the end of the video. And with the intro out of the way, let's get to building. Crow and I ended up using a bunch of materials during the first video, and we wanted to get some more rare Pokemetal in case we needed it for something. So first things first, we needed a lot more material. So first, I'm gonna finish the bathroom. In my last video, be sure to go watch it if you haven't, I kinda stalled a lot and I ended up putting the walls in place for the bathroom already, so thanks, Past Larry. I think I made the area a little small, so it was a little bit hard to fit in all the stalls nicely, but I think it'll do okay. First order of business is to fix the wall designs. So instead of having giant stone walls, Crow had the idea of using partitions instead. You might be able to see everyone pooping though, since it's not a solid wall. And with the walls done, I figured I might as well add some bathroom necessities and other decorations. So ever since I started making the pizzeria, there was always one thing at the back of my mind that I wanted to add. If you've ever played Pokopia and you progressed to Bleak Beach, then you've probably unlocked the ability to drink water. Yes, that's a real thing. When you drink certain beverages, you can spit it out to create a hot spring, lava pools, or muddy water. And the mud water kinda looks like sewage. I think you see where I'm getting at. Sorry, girlies. You are the cause of the poop water incident of '93, and with the rest of the decorations in place, things were starting to look nice. For the most part. And now it's time to fill in the ceiling and add lights. Yippee! And before we get to the kitchen, Crow changed the ceiling in the dining room. Nice. Now to work on the kitchen. If you've ever played FNAF or seen someone play the game, then you know that this camera is never visible to the player in FNAF 1. This means that I basically have full reign over how it looks. So you wanna know what I did? I modeled it loosely after Resident Evil 9's kitchen. An evil kitchen for some evil residents. Oh, and I also added some stuff outside just to add some atmosphere. Now that the kitchen was finished, all I had left were the halls, supply closet, security office, filling in the ceiling, and adding decorations. At this point, I just did whichever section I felt like doing since I was almost done. Hooray! And now for some decorating and the supply closet. Like the backstage room, I figured this one would be fairly easy to finish since it wasn't that big and it looked like it was mostly random supplies and stuff. And you know what? I was right. Walls, floor, racks, supplies, more supplies, even more supplies, and the supply closet was done. Nice. And now, finishing the security office. For the doors, Crow had the idea of making them functional only with a switch. First, we thought the automatic doors would work, and then we tried the brainy doors. Not bad, but not exactly what we wanted. But then, Crow had another idea we could try. Now we're talking. Then it was back to decorating and adding in things that were left out before. I had to leave to get some pictures of stuff for 3D printing, but we were starting to get really close to getting the whole thing done. And to top it all off, I had Crow finish the roof. So at this point, we had actually finished the whole pizzeria. But before we get to the walkthrough, let me just get some things out of the way first. The Pokemon you see for our walkthrough footage aren't the ones we kept. There were some we had to look for and wait to reappear, and we didn't want to wait long, so we just decided to film it anyways. Also, Pokopia doesn't have the best choices to represent the animatronics and stuff, so you're not going to be seeing any Ursa for Freddy, and definitely no Xurkitries for Ennard whenever we get to Sister Location. Instead, we just put Pokemon that either seemed close enough or who we thought would fit the pizzeria well. So if there's a particular Pokemon you're looking for, don't be surprised if you don't see them. And now, the time has finally come. I present to you the walkthrough of my Five Nights at Freddy's Pizzeria, built in Pokopia. Enjoy!
to help you get settled in on your first night. I actually worked in that office before you. I'm finishing up my last week now, as a matter of fact, so I know it can be a bit overwhelming, but I'm here to tell you there's nothing.
The FNAF 1 Pizzeria is officially complete. Yay! It was a ton of fun to finish, and I hope you all enjoyed watching. For anyone watching that currently has Pokopia, I'll be opening this island from the time this video releases until Sunday night. You'll need to use the mysterious goggles to go to it, and here's the code you'll need. And I'm sure some of you might be wondering, will I do FNAF 2? Will I do any other pizzerias? Is there anything else I'm gonna build? And the short answer is yes. I actually plan on going through all the pizzerias until either my Switch explodes or until I lose my mind. But for those of you who haven't seen my last video, or in case you just forgot, I won't be starting FNAF 2 immediately. Don't get me wrong, I love FNAF. I've been a fan ever since the first game came out back in 2014, and I've watched and rewatched dozens of YouTubers play the games. But I'm worried that if that's the only thing I post, then I might get burnt out and lose motivations for future projects. So to prevent that from happening, I'll be doing other art things in between. Also, I want my channel to be a variety of different things, not constrained to just FNAF, so that's another reason. For those of you that might be waiting for the next FNAF project, please be patient. I promise it'll come out, just not immediately. But do be sure to keep an eye out on my shorts, cause whenever I'm prepping to post another FNAF build, I'll have the announcements there first. Also, in case you're curious about what other builds Crow and I'll be doing, well, let's just say that they're from these games and more. I don't want to spoil anything just yet, but make sure you keep an eye out for whenever I announce those ones. As always, if you enjoyed watching, then don't forget to like and subscribe, please and thanks. I'd really appreciate it. Crow and I work really hard on this build, so we'd appreciate any support. Here's Crow's socials, by the way. She does mostly clay and resin stuff, so make sure you go check it out. In the coming weeks, I'm planning on making a video about how to do art fight for noobs like me, so if that's something you're interested in, then make sure you stick around. Okay, that's all from me. Until next time. Bye bye.